Hey guys, so UFC 273 is about a month away. Kicks off on the 10th of April, I believe. That's New Zealand time. And it's headlined by Alexander Volkanovski and Korean Zombie. So this one here, I just want to break down. This is a really important one, and it's the second fight of the main card, which is interesting. Khamzat Chimaev versus Gilbert Burns. This is a fight we've all been waiting for. I did a video recently, a couple months back, about how I'm all on board with the Khamzat Chimaev hype train. Uh, I think his confidence is just going to keep powering through, and I think that's going to be the difference compared to other hype trains that have been derailed. I'm really liking Khamzat Chimaev for this one. So it's going to be interesting though, because Khamzat Chimaev he's a predominantly wrestler. He takes people down at will whenever he wants. Gilbert Burns is a third degree BJJ black belt, so he might not mind going to the ground. Like, Gilbert Burns has some pretty good takedowns of his own. Um, so it's going to be interesting what happens on the ground. I just personally think Hamzat Chimaev's hype and confidence is going to startle Gilbert Burns, and it's going to just put pressure on him and make him pretty, like, anxious. So I think Hamzat Chimaev gets the win in this one. Like, something like, I think it'll go round two. I don't think he'll get him out of their first round. I think Gilbert Burns will definitely be able to handle himself on the ground until at least round two or three. But I think evidently Hamzat Chimaev will get a ground and pound or sub in second or third rounds. I just think Gilbert Burns is going to have an energy dump. He's going to panic, and that's going to be the end of it. Like, he's going to forget his what to do, possibly on the ground, because. But I mean, if he settles into the fight, it could be interesting. So the longer it goes, I fancy Gilbert Burns' chances. So I mean, I could be eating my words there. So just a quick breakdown. There's a bit of a height discrepancy. So Chimaev is 6'2" compared to Gilbert Burns is 5'10". Chimaev has a longer reach as well. Both orthodox stance. Significant strikes landed per minute is very high on Khamzat Chimaev's 8.68 compared to Gilbert Burns' 3.12. Significant strike accuracy 83% for Chimaev, 55% for Gilbert Burns. Takedown average 4.65 for Chimaev, 2.16 for Gilbert Burns. 66% takedown accuracy for Chimaev, 36% for Gilbert Burns. Submissions on average 5.81 compared to Gilbert Burns 0.62. Alright, so, like, if you look at it on paper, Chimaev is going to wipe the floor with him, but he hasn't had as many fights. So Gilbert Burns has had 24 fights. Chimaev, I believe he's only had 10. So, and they weren't in the UFC. So it's not all on paper for this one. So it's going to be really interesting. I just think Chimaev's relentless intensity and belief in himself is going to overcome, even if he has shortcomings in the striking, which I don't know. The striking looks pretty sharp. We saw him get through and knock Gerard Meerschaert out, like, pretty much with a one punch KO straight through the guard. So that was interesting. But again, I think Meerschaert was pretty, um, you know, anxious in there as well, and you can see that because of the hype. The hype is really helping. If there was no hype behind Chimaev, I think that he wouldn't be as effective as he is. So yeah, it's interesting. Really interesting fight. So Dana White's come out and said this is a number one contenders fight, which I think I think it should be. Like, if he's fighting Gilbert Burns, if Gilbert Burns smokes him, then send him back down, because Chimaev hasn't had a top. I think he's only had one ranked opponent, which was I forget his name, Li Jing. So he's never fought anyone in the top 10, but I think he definitely could easily beat them. So if Chimaev gets it done in impressive fashion, I think he give him Usman. But if he doesn't, if it's like a draw now, if he struggles, maybe maybe one or two other guys before he gets to Usman. But if he dominates Gilbert Burns like he has his other opponents, give him Usman. But then that's going to be an interesting fight. I think Usman beats him. Usman wrestling is going to be too strong, and I think Usman is just too calm and centered to let the anxiety get to him. But with Gilbert Burns, I think he's not quite there. Yeah, I think he goes too far on the other side of the arousal level, so he's a bit too far over. But I think um, Kamaru Usman is right there, along with Izzy, those kind of guys that can keep nice, calm, and centered in that octagon. So that's my take on it. Make sure you drop your thoughts and comments in the comments down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'm gonna chuck up a whole bunch more videos because you guys seemingly like them, so that's awesome. Thanks for all the support. All right, so enjoy this fight, and yeah, let me know. Make sure you like and subscribe, and check out my website too, betterfit.co.nz. Anything sports performance related, check it out. Peace.